we will discuss about the initialization A variables. Suppose we are making our program, so then we have to learn how we will initialize the variables inside the programming. It is very most important things. So they are the two types of the categories of the initialization A variables. One is static initialization, second is dynamic initialization. What is static initialization? Process uses direct assignment of a constant to a defined variable. The variable is initialized at the time of its declarations. When we will declare the variables, so then we can use the static initializations. For example, suppose we are using the data type of the integer, so then declaration we will do the declare this integer like this integer int and then variables. Then static initialization, the value of the a in the starting will be in the beginning will be the 0, and float f any variable you can take, and the initialized value will be f is equal to 0.0, means after the decimal there will be only one, not more than 2 digits. Double, so means d is equal to 0.0, more than 2 digit we can use after the decimal. And then character, so then we have to use their null characters. And string s is equal to, and then we will use the static initialization in double quotes. And suppose our data type is a boolean, so then boolean, and then we will use here any variable we will define as a boolean p is equal to false. So like this we have to initialize the data type in the static initialization. And on dynamic initialization, when a variable get initialized at runtime, ये तो पहले से first in it will be the initialized in the beginning of the program, then after the means when a variable get initialized at runtimes, so then runtime it will be initialized value. Runtime during the execution of the programs. तो means suppose we are using the integer, तो then integer initialization क्या होगा, declaration क्या होगा, int a b c, and suppose we have to add the two numbers, so then we have to use the three variables a b c, means a plus b, and the value of the a plus b will be stored into the c. Then float p is equal to, suppose you have given the 2.2 and k value this one, and then next variable f, then f is equal to p plus k. So like this we have to initialize the value of the data type. According to the data we have to initialize the values in the dynamic initialization. Now we will discuss about the punctuators. What are the punctuators? Punctuator are the punctuation sign used as special characters in Java. The sum of the punctuators are question mark, semicolon, and dots. What is the function of the question mark? It represents the action to be taken when the given condition is true. And next is semicolon. Semicolon is used in Java program as a statement terminators. When your statement will be terminate, will be finished, so then in the last you will use the semicolon. And then dot is used to represent the scope of function. A function belonging to an object or a class. It will divide the two parts, maybe object or maybe class. Now next, keywords. What is a keywords? The keywords are the reserved words. This is the main point. Keywords are the reserved words which are pre-reserved by the system and carry the special meaning for the system compiler. Example, maybe class, maybe public, maybe for, like this. Now we will discuss about the data types in Java. The compiler must the type of the data you are likely to supply for storage to ensure optimum utilization of memory space. This is the reason data type are required in Java programming. Or you can say a compiler contain a phase called the storage assignment phase. This phase allocates memory for different variables used in a program.